Hi, guys, welcome to the World School series. Today, we'll be talking about a controversial topic, and I would like to get your view on the comment section, okay? And this topic is about house, okay? Building a house where you start making money, okay? And I want to challenge that belief with points, okay? So don't just be dismissive, listen, because times are changing. And those that change with time take advantage of the season, okay? The times have changed. So I am of the school of thought that you shouldn't start your financial journey by building or buying a residential house. Okay? Now, this is a very controversial topic. I've had a lot of arguments with people, and I feel that I should bring it up here. Okay? Because I think that the biggest money mistake many young people are making right now is buying their first residential house when they have not developed cash flow. Okay? Don't get me wrong, house is a good thing. But if you still have singular income source and you're using the return from there to build the house, I think you are making a financial mistake because if your first financial goal, okay, is to build a house, you might just be delaying your own wealth. It might sound strange, it might sound odd because this is the way our fathers, not even forefathers, that did it then. But times have changed. And I know you might be uncomfortable hearing it. And if you have started house journey, you might want to defend your action, but just listen to me. Eh? Because season always change. What was very, very lucrative in the past is no longer lucrative now. There was a time we were in an agrarian society where everybody was a farmer. Having large family, having large houses was okay. There was a time in things keep now we are in the age of AI. Okay. So the most important thing you should know as a person is to open your ears. Don't use the head response. Analyze, critique anything you want to do before doing it, okay? Because this statement, once I get money, the first thing I should do is to build a house. Yeah, it sounds responsible, it sounds secure, okay? But financially, it can be an early trap. Yes, why? A house you live in does not generate income. Hope you know, because you are staying in the house. It doesn't generate income. Rather, it does what? It takes money away from you. Yes. Okay. Maintenance. You will say you maintain rent, but it's not in the same magnitude. You know it. There will be a lot of bills. There will be repairs. There will be property taxes if you live in the Western world like I do. Okay. Now, instead of your money to be working for you in that situation, you end up using your money to maintain the house, which now makes the house at that time not to even be much of a liability, an asset, even it was a liability at the time. Okay. And that's not how wealth starts. Wealth starts with one simple thing. Listen, one simple thing: cash flow. I repeat, cash flow. And what is cash flow? Cash flow is money that keeps coming in, whether you are working or not, or at least not entirely dependent on your personal efforts. Okay? Because once you have cash flow, what do you have in addition to that? Options. Okay? Because that permits you to invest more. You can survive emergencies better. You can take advantages of opportunities. So you can see where I'm coming at now. Without cash flow, you are financially tight no matter what you own. Because now you have a house, you have an emergency, you need money. You can't immediately sell the house. To sell house take months. You can't even get a loan immediately for the house. It takes a long time as well. Okay. Now let's talk about something else that is very important. Liquidity. Liquidity means how easily you can access your money when you need it. If all your money is tied up to that house which you built with your first earning, you may look rich on paper. Yeah, you have started building house. You know, that's in raining in Nigeria. But in reality, you are stuck in emergency. That's why some people sell their house below market value when they really need money, because you can't just sell a room to pay a bill. You cannot quickly access that money in emergencies. Okay, so you become what I call asset rich but cash poor. And that is dangerous place to be in this current age and time. Okay? Now, compare that to someone who starts differently. Listen now to this alternative step. Instead of putting everything initially on buying a house, you start by building an emergency fund, which I always talk about. Now, after you have built an emergency fund, you move next to creating multiple income streams, okay? Which means investing gradually in assets, stock, treasury bill, businesses, different other things. That money would have put into that house, because building a house is not child's play. In Africa, you build from beginning to the end. In here, you get mortgage and continue servicing it. Okay, now you see that in this case, you are actually putting the horse where it should be before the cart. Okay, and this shift changes everything, because a house should be a result of wealth, not the starting point. I repeat, a result of wealth, not the starting point. Because when you build or buy a house too early, one, you reduce your flexibility. Two, you limit your investment capability. Three, you slow down your ability to grow capital. Okay? And it's funny, but it's true, okay? But when you prioritize cash flow and liquidity first, you create a system that can eventually buy you many houses without stress. So let me be clear. This is not about avoiding property. This is not about you avoiding buildings. It's about sequencing the steps. First, build stability. Okay, by knowledge, upscaling. Then build a higher income source. Okay, then get your emergency fund in place. Then get into investments. Okay, and when your financial base is strong enough, then you can go into house. It becomes a comfortable decision, no longer a burden, because at that time, yes, you need storage of wealth. So before you rush to build a house, before I want to conclude now, ask yourself this question: will this give me freedom, or will this tie me down? Because real wealth is not just about what you own. It's about how freely your money can move, grow, or support your life. Okay? And in today's world, cash flow is king. Liquidity is power. I will leave you here. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.